Hello, everybody. This is Actor Charles Clark. I'm also part of the Global One family. I want to share a little bit of inspiration to you from my testimony. At the age of 6, my father died in a fatal accident, which was very tragic. It did something very devastating to my life, to where I was about to lose my mind. Growing up as a child, it was so challenging. It was very just a tremendous effect on me on how I responded to even myself and to the community, because I was so envy, so revengeful, because other kids had their fathers, which led me to doing bad things such as selling drugs. I joined a gang, doing all types of crazy and horrific activities, being involved, witnessing, just being surrounded by the devil's work. At one point, I gave up on God. At one point, I gave up on everything because I just felt like that nothing in my life was going right. Why me? Why me? I ask myself that question every day as an teen, and getting older, and starting to realize that my life was doomed. I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about nobody. As I was approaching the age of 21, going on 22, I got arrested. I did nearly 8 years in federal prison. It was then I was really getting stressed, very depressed, and it felt like my whole life was gone. I was questioning God and asking God, why me? What did I do to deserve this? What did I do to go through all these things? What did I do to just to endure all of this mess? But the whole time I didn't realize that God was training me. The whole time I didn't realize that God was preparing me for something bigger, something greater. The whole time God was transforming me into my purpose, to my true identity. As I was in prison in my third or fourth year, I was thinking about the time, the things when I was doing in the streets, where I could have been dead. The times, the things that I was involved with that most people would consider as a miracle that I survived. The years I spent in prison, I started to talk to God more. I started to pray more. And I started to understand the reason why He put me through those things, because there are people that will come in my path in the future who could survive what I survived. There are people who will come in my path in the future who couldn't submit themselves fully to God without someone coming to their life and being a great impact or influence. And in order to be the impact influence, I realized that one must go through it. God was putting me through training. It's impossible to really tell somebody about a situation if you've never been through it. Yes, you can sympathize to a certain level, but to actually to connect to somebody's spirit in those different areas of their life, you have to actually go through it. So when I got out of prison at the age of 29, February 18th, in 2009, I made a change. I made a full, complete change and submitted myself to God completely. I obtained my bachelor's degree in psychology. I got my honorary doctorate in divinity because of my work in the community. I became a proud father of a beautiful daughter. Until then, I give God praise. I put God first. And now I'm pursuing acting full time. I want you to understand one thing from His testimony that I'm telling you. God will never fail you. There will be times in your life where the struggle is going to get real, real hectic. It's going to become stronger, but there's no one stronger than God. There will be times in your life where your tribulation is going to try you, and when your testimony is going to be born for your breakthrough to appear. Don't run from what the world wants you to fear. Face it with faith. Put God first. Understand that you're here for a reason, to discover who you really are while giving God the glory. My story is very dear to my heart. My story is more than a testimony. It's a transition in life. It's proof that God does exist. How many times I wanted to give up? How many times I was just like, you know what? God is not real. How many times where I just said, I'm just done with life. If I die, I die. If I live, oh well. But now, I love God. I know He's real. Now, I love life. I love people. Now, acting is my hidden passion that I'm pursuing now full time, along with my motivational speaking. But one thing that's not an act is God. God is for real. So whatever set that you're on, whatever platform that you're on, whatever space that you're existing in, make sure it's attached to God. This is one of the reasons why I'm with the Global One family. They are a God-driven company, and they are family from the kingdom. So if you want to be global, and you want to be number one, you have to give it your all to who is number one. That's God. Thank you for listening to my testimony, and I hope that I inspired you in some kind of way. Just remember, in order for you to be your best, you must overcome your worst. You got this. Much love and blessings. God gets the glory. Thank you.